everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today's going to be a little different. It's going to be a story time video about my chronic exertional compartment syndrome. So many of you may know that I did have surgery on my left calf in July. It was July 10th and it took maybe about 5 weeks to fully recover. What I have is rare and not many people have it, so I was the first person that my surgeon done surgery on for this particular kind. So there's two kinds. There's the acute kind, which is life-threatening, and then my kind, which is more like exercise-induced. Okay, so what I have is chronic exertional compartment syndrome, and that is pretty much where, like when you run or exercise or when you do anything that puts stress or strain on your muscles will try to expand. But with mine, the fascia that covers our muscles, it will not let my muscles expand. So therefore, like my muscles, you could say, are maybe a little bit too big for like my fascia. So whenever they expand, it cuts off the circulation from my knee down. It's very painful, it goes numb, the foot drops, so therefore I could not like pick up my foot. And it's really painful, really annoying. It makes hiking hard, it makes walking across campus hard, it makes all the physical activity hard, like running and stairs and all kinds of stuff. Like anything that would put your legs like to work, even walking fast, like down the hallway or something, that really hurts. So we finally are able to get the surgeries done. And my surgery for my second leg, because I've already done my left leg, my right leg is tomorrow. I have to be there at 5 in the morning, and so surgery will be around 7, so I'm super glad. Okay, so with chronic compartment syndrome, I think there's maybe around like 200,000 cases a year, so that's really not a lot. And so like my surgeon, I was the second person in 6 months that he saw, so it's pretty rare. And I'm also the first person that he done the chronic exertional compartment syndrome surgery on. He's done the acute form of it, but he has not done the chronic form, so therefore I was his little guinea pig to test it out. So while I was in high school, I was like really athletic. My main sports were basketball and track, and I done volleyball one year, I done soccer, I even done t-ball and baseball when I was little, and I done all kinds of sports. So my legs, it was mainly running sports, my legs really got a workout. So I was playing basketball and track one year and they were interlapped. So at the time I would do a full track practice and then I would play a full entire basketball game. And it was around February of 2018, and I remember one game I was doing basketball and I just got done out of track practice and I was about to play. I was playing point guard, so I was doing a lot of running back and forth, and I remember my legs were super tight, so all I'd done was stretch, and I thought it was just gonna fix it because I thought, oh, I mean, they're oddly tight. I guess it's just because I got out of track practice. So I stretched and it went away. Okay. After that, the next Saturday we were at my other game and the same thing was happening. They were hurting, and so I was like, okay, like why do they keep hurting, you know? So I stretched and then like they kept hurting, so I kept stretching, and of course, being an athlete, I wasn't gonna stop. So my coach noticed that I couldn't run really up and down the court anymore, so he took me out and he asked me pretty much like, what's up, you know, what's wrong with you? I was like, my legs hurt, you know, and I was just stretching and stuff, so I didn't really think much of it. So he put me back in the game after that, and so everything from my knee down to the tip of my toes was numb. And it was hurting, I couldn't walk, I couldn't feel anything, I couldn't pick up my feet, and honestly it was freaking me out because I couldn't feel anything. And it's the most strangest thing when you can't feel anything from your knees down. Like honestly, it creeped me out so bad. Like I started crying, I didn't know what was wrong, no one knew what was wrong, and they were hurting so bad. And so I walked it off, I took a break, and I ended up playing the game again, so I was happy about that, but I'm glad I stopped because it could have been a lot worse than I thought. So then that Monday, I had track practice. So I told the coach, I was like, I'm gonna take a little break from track right now, like just for Monday, because my legs, it freaked me out. I think they need rest, so that was that. I took a break. So then Tuesday, I was going to track practice again. I didn't have any basketball practice or anything, so I went and we done a few laps around the track, and my feet were going numb, like my legs were hurting. So I was like, what in the world, like this is weird. And they get so tight when I run that it almost feels like you don't have any leg muscles. So it was freaking me out. I told the coach and he sent me to the trainer. So the trainer looked at me, he looked at my legs, he checked them out, he was feeling them and everything, and he had someone else, one of my classmates that had it, and so he was telling me about it and said I might want to go to the doctor because I might have that, and he said it's not good. And so I ended up going to the doctor and they pretty much said that's what I have, but they didn't do any further testing on me. So that was that. I dealt with that maybe a year without like knowing for sure, but of course I had a high chance that it was because they hurt so bad. So then finally I got really tired of it and we wanted to make sure because we were thinking about getting the surgery. So we went back to the doctor and he referred us to Rome. So we got a needle test done on my legs. I will link a picture of that as well. Basically they done one leg and it's where you have these pressure needles because it tests the pressure. So I ran up and down the breezeway of the hospital. I was walking fast, I was doing stairs just to get my legs irritated and hurting. So after that, he went in there and he tested my legs with a needle and he poked my legs in 4 different spots. And so with that, the pressure I think was supposed to be below a 14, but mine was a 25. So it was way up there. So then we were 100% sure that I did have the chronic exertional compartment syndrome. So we went ahead and scheduled for a fasciotomy, one of the two, I'm not sure how to pronounce it. But it's where they go in and from your whole length of your calf to right above your ankle to right here at your knee, they will go and they will make an incision and they will cut your fascia from one end to the other and give your muscle more room to expand. So that's what I had done. I ended up with 3 incisions on one side and 1 big one on the right side. And like I mentioned, my right side, it got infected really bad, so I had to deal with it, and now it's a big scar. And so that's what the surgery did, and I was on crutches, like I said, for like 4 or 5 weeks, and I finally healed from that. So now the other leg, now that I have a break in school, we're gonna do it. And now that I have my left leg done, I can tell a difference in it, but also I can still feel the pain. Like, it's not as bad as it was, but I can still feel it. So I think it would be worth it to do the right leg, but I mean, it's too late now to back out, ain't it? I'm just messing. I don't want to back out, but I'm getting kind of nervous. Alright, so I will see y'all in the morning. I'm getting up at 3:30 and we're going to leave at 4:20. And then I will be in the pre-op room, I guess at 5, and surgery at 7. So I will see y'all then. Good morning, y'all. So it is 3:52 and honestly I am super tired, so I'm probably going to sleep on the way there. But anyways, let's go. It's almost time. Point to your leg. Alright folks, she is in pre-op. She just got her IV. I'm ready. Get a little mattress, a little air mattress.
It has heat coming out of it. Does it? Can I get a bar with you?
Yeah.
Smile. Smile, Nanny. This is after surgery.
She's in recovery and she's doing pretty good. Not sick this time. She's got a big old heating pad on her. Her vitals are good. You can see it from the glare. There she is, my baby.
Alright, so we're done with my surgery. How long did it take?
An hour.
It took like an hour and I feel pretty good. I was a little bit nauseous, but I'm fine now. I have one big incision and then 3 small ones. And I'm wearing the TET hose to prevent blood clots. So I was a little nauseous coming home, but other than that, like, I felt great. So I think it's gonna be a good recovery.